House Speaker Nancy Pelosi is a liability for House Democrats from competitive congressional districts, according to the National Republican Congressional Committee. The NRCC, the campaign arm for House Republicans, released a memo Monday highlighting a poll that found Mrs. Pelosi has a 60% disapproval rating among voters from the ticket-splitting districts that former President Trump carried last year. The memo says, "Republicans continue to be in position to flip the House. In ticket-splitting districts, 54% want a Republican who will be a check and balance to Nancy Pelosi and the Democrats' agenda in Congress, while just 41% want a Democrat who will help Nancy Pelosi and the Democrats pass their agenda in Congress." The California Democrat has been a familiar political target for Republicans in congressional races across the country, and the poll signals that voters can expect more of the same in the 2022 midterm races. The NRCC memo also said President Biden and the Democrats are losing ground with voters on immigration and spending. According to the poll that was conducted from 1,000 American voters, across 85 battleground districts, more than half of voters now disapprove of the way Joe Biden has handled the challenges on the United States-Mexico border, and independents have more trust in the GOP on the thorny issue. The Department of Homeland Security announced Friday that fines for illegal immigrants who fail to leave the United States would cease. At the direction of Secretary of Homeland Security, Alejandro Mayorkas, United States Immigration and Customs Enforcement rescinded 2 delegation orders relating to financial penalties. According to the press release, the fines, which were first put in place in 2018 by the Trump administration, collected civil financial penalties for non-citizens who failed to depart the United States. Immigration and Customs Enforcement Delegation No. 006-2020, Delegation of Authority to Administer Certain Provisions Relating to Civil Penalties for Failure to Depart, was deemed as counterintuitive to the agency's best interests. Secretary Mayorkas said, "There is no indication that these penalties promoted compliance with non-citizens' departure obligations. We can enforce our immigration laws without resorting to ineffective and unnecessary punitive measures." Mayorkas and acting ICE Director Tae Johnson agreed the fines were not effective and had not meaningfully advanced the interests of the agency. The Department of Homeland Security press release also stated that ICE would work with the Department of Treasury to cancel the existing debts of those who had been fined. The statement concluded, "The rescission marks the U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement's latest move toward focusing its limited resources on those posing the greatest risk to national security and public safety in accordance with the current guidance on civil immigration enforcement and removal priorities."